Hey friends, Dr. Nixon here. In today's live training, we're going to talk all about men's health and testosterone. So I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of how testosterone works in the body, why it's so important, for more than just things like libido and drive, although it's extremely important, but for other things. We're going to dive into that. We're going to talk about what to do if your testosterone's low, natural things instead of bioidentical hormones or testosterone treatments, gels, injections, etc. What could we do instead or naturally? And I'm going to talk through the biggest culprit in men's health that steals testosterone and turns it into estrogen. So let's dive into it and walk through this. So we know that testosterone is obviously, yes, extremely important for drive and sex drive and libido. It's also important in other things, vascular health. Testosterone in men and women as well is cardioprotective. It's also neuroprotective. So it helps to protect your brain. So when your doctor says, hey, you're low in testosterone, it's also having an effect cardiovascular wise, brain health wise, as well as just drive overall, or even just zeal for life, energy stores, energy capacity to enjoy and experience life. And so, yes, we know testosterone is very important in men and in women. In women, we talk more about balance. In men, we want to keep that number elevated. We do know that one of the things that happens in men is that testosterone is going to drop. There's some different research studies talk about somewhere between the age of 30 to some will say 35 years old. Testosterone is known to decrease. Research would show 1% per year, and it becomes way harder to maintain it in the body. So we'll have men who come in who have been diagnosed with low T or low testosterone, and they're maybe in their mid 50s, early 60s, and they've been told by their doctor, like, hey, your testosterone number can't really get better. You can't really make it anymore. You're not going to be able to increase it unless you take an artificial steroid cream, testosterone cream. And so anecdotally, what we've seen is that's not accurate. There are ways that your body can help to recreate testosterone. There's different supplements, nutrition protocols that people can follow. We've had guys in their mid 50s and 60s increase their number of testosterone naturally, but you just got to figure out a couple of the different root cause pieces of it. But yes, the reality is after a certain 30 to 35 years old, you're not making it like you used to. So number one, it's important to maintain what you have. It's very important to hold on to what you have, as well as some of the different things you can do to create testosterone. So let's jump into to some of that. A couple different ways. One, if you have a primary doctor or a really good functional medicine doctor, the blood tests you'll look for are testosterone, free testosterone, as well as DHEA. DHEA is what your body will use to help create testosterone. One of the missteps or one of the issues that I see happen for a lot of men is their doctor isn't looking at their estrogen levels. So men have estrogen as well as testosterone. One of the things that happens in men, this is a guy who might be following a poor lifestyle, a poor diet, eating too much processed food, too much fast food, bad oils, too much stress, whether it's good stress or bad stress. But a lot of our CEOs, CFOs, guys who are running businesses, they have a lot of stress, even if they would call it good stress. That signals cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. And in this process, one of the things that can happen is something called androgen. The androgen process takes men's testosterone and converts it to estrogen. What that physically might look like is something called gynecomastia, which is, in other words, man boobs, for lack of a better word, excuse my slang, but gynecomastia is when the man's breast tissue starts to swell, get puffy, starts to get bigger. That's estrogen. And a lot of times it's excess estrogen in the man. And so then the problem happens is the guy then gets diagnosed with low testosterone, right? So poor diet, poor lifestyle, high cortisol, low energy. They feel fatigue. They feel bad. Weight gain's happening. They go to their doctor. He's like, oh, you have low testosterone. Let's put you on a testosterone cream. So they start taking testosterone cream, and it can get their testosterone levels up on blood levels, but just for a short amount of time. And then what happens is the body converts the testosterone to estrogen. So now the guy gains more weight, grows man boobs, still feels bad, still feels less energy. For a short period of time, they'll feel better when the testosterone's artificially high, but then it drops right back down. Don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into that trap. If your doctor is talking about low T or low testosterone, figure out what your estrogen numbers are, figure out what your CRP, which is an inflammation number, is. And I encourage you to figure out what your DHEA is as well. So when a guy comes to me and they've been through that process, first thing I'm looking at is their estrogen levels. Most of the time, if they have high estrogen, we're starting with an estrogen detox, number one. We're going to do things to stop the androgen process. That would be stuff like biodim. We're going to add in something that can help increase naturally their testosterone, things like DHEA, things like this product right here, which is a Max Vitality. BioRay carries a product called Red Rooster, different Chinese medicine, Chinese herbs, Ayurvedic medicine that can help your body create and hold on to its own testosterone. One of the important things in the protocol is taking things at night before bed if you have a normal sleep schedule. And the reason why is most testosterone is made between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. So when you wake up as a man in the morning and you have an erection, part of that process is because your body made testosterone recently between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. So we want that. We want your body to make it. One thing that is easy to do that anyone can do. You most likely have fish oil or have heard of fish oil. Healthy fats, specifically omega-3s, can help your body make testosterone. Take it at night before bed. Take it at night before bed. DHEA. A lot of times we'll put that protocol in place at nighttime. But again, for a lot of men that I help walk through this process, they have to start with an estrogen detox or at least something to stop the androgen process. So I hope this video has been helpful. If you have questions about men's health, testosterone specifically, I'd love to help you. Connect with us. I do free discovery calls. I can hop on the phone and start asking some questions, maybe get you pointed in the right direction. Again, if you have a good primary doctor, a functional medicine doctor, make sure they're looking at estrogen. Make sure they're looking at DHEA. You don't want to just pump your body full of artificial testosterone, even bioidentical testosterone. You want to make sure you're doing the right thing for men's health. So this is Dr. Nixon with Twin City Health. Hope you'll have a beautiful day. Talk to you next time.